Hello, everyone. Welcome back to MonkieCast. I am your host, AJ.
I'm Messa.
I'm Tenebrain Victus.
Leo.
Oh wait. No.
Yeah.
All right, say it again, Zach.
I'm Starbreaker.
And I'm Sakota.
Okay.
And
yeah. And we have a guest here today. So, oh my God, I'm surprised. Everybody, give a warm welcome to Gundam Lady, aka GL.
Welcome.
I'm
Sorry.
a Kong fan.
famed Lego space reviewer. We need to do like
That's
the
what it's all about.
theater raucous applause. Oh!
You got derailed by realizing Zach was server muted.
So what I did is that everybody said mute and you didn't freaking mute, so I just server muted you.
Oh my god.
I have a manual mute button on my headset, bro.
Not
I
good
did
enough.
too.
Not good enough.
we need the visual cue.
Yeah.
It's very
How-
important.
How is everyone doing today? How we all doing?
I'm just vibing.
We decent.
Live.
Doing
I
fine.
was fine until I figured out I was server muted.
Alright, so we'll meet him again.
Zach, it's what you deserve
Wanna
for
see me
almost
do it
being
again?
late to the recording.
Oh Lord.
I was
dear.
not almost late. I showed up 10 minutes early.
You did not show up 2 minutes early.
Mhm.
You were freaking
And you
out.
kept
It
your
was-
girlfriend waiting for an hour.
You
Yeah.
did.
Ugh.
Hey,
All right. Well,
Zach is the kind of person to be like, okay, I'm gonna go to a movie, but I'll be done in a few.
Messa time?
Okay, this movie just
Hey,
started. See you in a
I
few
was-
minutes.
We are just
I
gonna
was-
get gone for the whole day.
I was misled as to how long I would be gone.
Yeah, by yourself.
Misled.
You were
Oh,
misled by
dear.
yourself, thinking you could complete your task in the allotted time you hypothetically gave yourself.
what is happening?
You failed.
Exactly.
I
How
love
is it you
misleading
failed?
myself. It's great.
It is great. AJ, why are we here today?
Mhm.
We are here to discuss the last two episodes of Monkey Kid. We're a bit late, but that doesn't matter.
Ever?
We're here now.
The last 2 episodes ever.
No, not the last two
No.
episodes ever.
You heard it here first, guys. Monkey Kid is now canceled. Unfortunately, it's
No,
going
don't.
the route of Hidden Side.
Yes.
MK
That's not
unfortunately
bad.
made some controversial statements, and he has been terminated from the cast.
I think we have to
Um,
mute Zach again. No.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay. Before we start, some quick announcements. I'm aware that there have been episode descriptions for the special that's airing in 2 days. If you do know what the descriptions are, please do not spoil anything. Just for people in the audience who don't want to know, or even people in the cast who don't want to know, just don't say anything. We're not gonna talk about it at all. We're just gonna focus on these episodes.
Mhm.
So yeah, no spoilers. Another thing I wanted to address about the special, oftentimes with this show, people are wondering, oh, where can I watch Monkey Kid? And it's honestly kind of hard, but the show has been airing on the CITV, and you will be able to watch the special online in 2 days after it airs. The way you
Pretty
do that,
impressive.
yeah. You go to the ITV hub, and you sign up for an account. It's completely free. You don't pay for anything. You just, give you details. The only thing you'll need is a postcode, a British postcode, because it is a British channel and blah blah blah. You just make the account and you'll be able to watch it, no problem. For those outside of the UK, you need a VPN. It should work. But if you want to know where to watch the special, that is where it will be. It probably won't be immediately after it's aired. It'll probably need to give it an hour, but it will be there when you want to watch it. And,
And it's
also,
a good thing that TTV is sponsored by NordVPN.
Damn it, you
Oh
beat me to
my
it!
gosh.
We're not
We're
actually
not.
sponsored.
and the rest of the show from the very first pilot all the way through to season 3 is also on there right now. So if you want to watch the full show, again, just make an account and watch the full thing on there.
Just get the
Just
British
be
pass.
British.
You watch it for the
Yeah.
8 millionth time.
Yeah.
I'm down. Let's go.
There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah. This episode
Um,
could have been sponsored by NordVPN. People out there, representatives, send us a sponsorship, please.
Yeah.
We will shill.
We will shill
I
and
mean-
vouch. Wink.
right.
Scratch that.
Okay.
I will shill. I don't know about these guys. I will shill.
You?
Anytime a
Sure.
sponsorship email shows up in our account, kind of just archive it immediately.
Bruh.
Um,
Here at TTV, we're against making money. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
Very true. We're very anti-corporate. That's why
Yeah.
we're on our deathbed.
Veg.
Death bench.
Wow.
Ugh. Okay.
Thank you.
Excellent.
I think. Oh my
I am
god.
in unbearable pain.
I
am in
Oh,
Alright,
Meso,
Meso.
calm down, Meso.
I want the bench emo with the eyes X'd out now.
Meso's
Alright.
dead.
Meso, please calm
AJ,
down.
finish it up. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I mean, that was all in terms of the special.
Yay.
I guess I'll very quickly run through plugs as best as I can.
Yay.
Let's see how it goes this week. If you want to support us, then you can go to the Patreon and pledge $1, and you can join our little Discord server. You can come here and chat with other people about Lego, be whatever you want. Really, just come and vibe, have fun, or just lurk, because lurking's fun too. You can do that.
That's true.
Mhm.
Yeah, I look. It's very fun. Message boards. We have those. Meso, what's the URL for that?
More.ttvchannel.com.
Yeah, you go there and you can talk more about Lego. And that it's just two places to talk about Lego, really. I mean, yeah. We also
Really
also
killing
have-
it. I'm so proud of you.
I have a script this time, Zach. I have a script.
Great.
I'm so proud
I'm
of you.
s- Thank you. We also have a Twitter, which what's the URL for that? Yeah,
Twitter.com/the TTV channel.
thank you. We give news updates there, so you can keep track of when videos are going to be uploaded or when podcasts are coming. So, just go give us a cheeky little follow. Go do that. And yeah, that's the plugs. I did it. I did it!
Yay.
Plug it in.
I'm
Plug it
very
in.
excited. For those of you who haven't seen the other MonkieCast episodes, this has gone tremendously well for the first time ever.
Yeah.
Totally bad.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And now you get to do episode recaps.
Heck yeah.
Episode recaps. Okay.
Aw, my favorite.
Are we doing it episode at a time, or should I just do both episodes?
Just do
Mm,
both.
it's
It's
just-
fine.
I would
two,
say do
yeah.
it at a time, but personally, because
Do you think
all
we
my
can discuss?
They kind of go
all my
together really
epic
well. Though, the
I
Lego
mean,
figures.
okay, fine, but it gives me less setup time, for my epic presentation.
Okay. Do you want me to do it one episode at a time then? Would you
I mean,
prefer
it
that?
sounds like I've been voted against.
I don't
so-
care. Do what you want to do.
Do it too.
Sorry,
separately.
MV, it seems you're the imposter. We're voting you off.
No.
I mean, he's streaming the whole thing.
We can't really vote him off.
Yeah.
End
okay.
stream.
All right. I'll.
Just do it one at a time. It's fine.
Okay.
Thank
So, episode 9 is titled "The King, the Prince, and the Shadow." So, the last episode ended with them claiming the third ring and running off outside the City of Lanterns because Macaque is following them. He's after the rings now. They're headed towards the little mountain with just 3 giant rings in it. Very
It's a
conspicuous.
cool-looking mountain.
Yeah. And they're heading that way. Wukong and Pigsy are kind of arguing because, 4th ring. Whoa, what about that? And then Nezha comes in and he just destroys a train and starts arguing with Wukong about, handing the rings over, and gets just punched right out the train, straight into the sky.
It's so epic.
So, the gang hurries, they split off. The main crew, they head towards the mountain. Wukong runs off with the 3 rings tucked away. There's a little pocket. Nezha chases after Wukong, and they have this amazing fight. Best fight. I love it so much. Well, that is all going on and happening. the crew have arrived at the little mountain place, the little area where the Samadhi fire was separated. And, they're chatting and they're looking around and they're talking about how suspicious everything is, and Tang places the map on the little pedestal, and all of a sudden everything's glowing and the rings are floating and it's all spooky and mystical and whoa. We cut back to Wukong and Neja, who have been just destroyed by Macaque, who's come in with his cool new ice powers. He takes the rings from Wukong, but he knows they're fake, so he just completely tears them apart. And he now knows that the rings are with MK, so he zooms off to where they are. So as all this is happening, the rings, they're like doing their thing, and May is kind of, not looking too great. She seems a bit in pain, just kind of slowly dying in the corner, kind of. Macaque then appears and is basically like, continue with this, release the fire, Tang, because you have powers now or something. Gotta do the thing, you gotta release the fire, or else I'll, kill everyone, including May. We'll all just get destroyed. And that's episode 9.
Woo!
I've seen that episode too many times.
How many times have you seen
Oh
the
my
episode?
gosh,
I lost
Gabrielle?
count. I pretty much watch it every day on my lunch
Oh
break at
my
work.
Oh my
goodness.
gosh. Damn.
Okay,
not
I
kidding.
love
Dedication.
Monkey
was
Kid, but not that much.
aware of this.
Why do you
Oh.
watch it that much?
It's like
It's a good show,
It's
Yeah.
really great. Not to mention this doesn't count the times I sit at my computer and play it in like 0.0 whatever speed, the slowest speed with the sound off, and just click through frames looking at it because it's such a cool episode with so many
Suffice
great
to say, you
shots.
like the episode.
Yeah, no, I
Nah,
totally don't.
she
I'm
hates
totally
it.
not a Wukong sim. Totally not a Monkey Kid fan. I
I
don't
was
know what
about
you're
to
talking
say,
about.
is it
Not
the
even
episode? Is it the
No.
episode, or is it a character within the episode
Hey,
that you're slowing
everything
down
but
those
most
frames
Several
for?
characters within the episode.
GL loves Sun Wukong and Macaque.
I watch Monkey Kid for the plot. And
Oh my God.
Definitely. I believe you.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa.
It's
Wow.
just me, my girlfriend, and her 300 screenshots of Sun Wukong.
300? That's it?
I really liked Macaque as well. No, this seriously, this episode was so good.
Yeah.
It was
I loved
exceptionally
it.
good.
The voice acting in it is also really good. I really appreciated Macaque
Yeah.
a lot.
He's a legend. Everybody's a legend. Neja, like Johnny Young Bosch.
Dude,
So
Nesha!
good.
Yeah.
I'm
Nesha's
glad
voice
he was
actor's
back.
amazing.
I almost thought he could have fallen off the face of the earth in terms of relevancy, but sure enough,
We're
they pull him back in for episode
big
9.
wheel.
Big wheel!
wheel.
Yeah!
Big wheel.
Big
We love
I
Big Wheel.
cheered when I saw the big wheel.
Dude.
Really like the big wheel.
Big
I
wheel.
do. It's the best
And
set
the
ever.
frames work backwards.
Aww. Sad boy Zach. I don't know. This was a really good episode, like performance wise.
Yes.
Progression, Macaque with like his ice powers, which I think we deserve a minifigure of.
Yes,
Um,
please.
very
Oh
cool.
my
I'm very
gosh.
cool.
Didn't get that.
Was it ice or crystal? I thought.
I also wish they did
like
like
ice.
the monkey mech with, or the macaque monkey mech with all of the ice stuff on it. I feel like that would look cool.
I agree.
They would do it.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I guess they didn't want to spoil that. Or it just
Oh,
wasn't
yeah,
like
true.
relevant enough to them.
I enjoyed the conflict in general and how they had to like get the heck out of Dodge and split up, and how like Monkey King stayed behind and all that.
Yeah.
Like it felt very climactic and
Yeah.
very neat.
I really liked Macaque's tone change from the prior
Yeah.
episodes where he was like, giggling and laughing and being like, "Ha, you guys are dumb." And then he gets into this episode and he's like, "Actually, I'm about my own business and I'm not going to stop at anything."
Because
so-
he knows he's about to like get freaking
does.
killed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
he's
like,
desperate.
No more playing around.
He's desperate
Yeah.
and he
Wait.
wants out.
Lady
Yeah.
Bone
I'm
Demon does
blue,
not play.
daboo dee daboo die.
Literally,
Exactly.
dabba-dee dabba die.
It was yeah, that was it. It was very good.
It's a good episode.
It
I'm
was a
trying to
good
think of
episode.
like any specific
Oh,
comments.
Macaque saying people's names. Like he says Tang's name, but normally he just refers to things like the girl or whatever. But he's like,
The girl.
do what I say, Tang.
I mean, he
He
still
knows
does
Tang
that with
personally
May.
after that last episode's interactions. I'm like, oh yes, that's so good.
He still like just refers to May as the girl.
The girl.
It's like it's
Yeah.
only Tang that he has like some kind of like.
He
rapport
objectifies
with.
everyone else.
The
Yeah.
shippers are going wild.
Oh yeah, people do ship Macaque and Tang for
I
some
don't-
reason.
I always find that this has been a ship that's existed before this episode, but then like the episode aired and everyone was like, "We've been like fed content, guys," and I'm like, he literally just like slammed him against a wall. What are you talking about?
That's all it takes.
Isn't it weird that like one of them is a monkey and the other a human?
I don't think people care.
No,
Not really.
definitely not.
That just goes out the window for Monkie Kid fans.
Yeah.
Hate to break it to you.
Like, I don't know. I don't really have any specific comments to make about this episode other than like Macaque is just a very imposing villain, and I was very glad with him this season. How it all like kind of I feel like this
Yeah.
episode kind of culminated in like his presence, because next episode it's more of like a resolution kind of vibe.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
he did it. He smacked down everybody. They couldn't really do anything to stop him. He just rolled up and yeah.
Cause
epic.
mischief.
Stole the
He is
show.
epic
I need to pull up my thoughts from when I watched it last week. When I thought we were going to have a podcast, and then
Yeah.
it turned out that
Yeah.
it got
made
pushed back
notes?
to
Mm-hmm.
something. No, I just like shared some thoughts. But notes would be happy or more
I watched
beneficial
it
for
2
me.
hours.
Yeah.
I watched it 2 hours ago, and it was good. It's about an hour,
It was good.
it was good.
Okay,
I like Tang.
give me a sec. Basically, I just like that when you think about how season 1 ended, it was kind of like, hey, let's drop hints throughout the show that a finale is gonna happen, and then it happens in the last like episode, the last 10 minutes, and then you're like, well, that was something. And then the second season, you have like it was partially relevant with he goes and wrecks Spider Queen stuff and then runs away and then basically hopes that he just imagined what went down over there, and then the finale happens and it turns out no, like it really is like things are really about to go down.
Yeah.
This season they actually made the second to last episode actually have direct continuation with the final episode, and I liked that they went hand in hand
It's
so well compared to
epic.
previous seasons.
Yeah.
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 I appreciated that about it too.
It's
Mm.
definitely
Yeah.
a big deal.
Yeah.
That
It's
is for sure.
The build up to the finale overall was way better. It's kind of
Yeah.
because they did the whole fetch quest thing, so a lot of the episodes are relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a classic formula that works for a reason, so I'm not mad.
Yeah.
I like that they self-acknowledged in that episode how easy it was to obtain it.
Yeah, that's
They were
true.
just like,
Nice.
oh, we didn't really need this map. We just kind of found them. It wasn't that hard. Oh well. And then it's like, oh well, what actually do we need them for? So yeah,
That's
it's
something
felt
I
self-aware
complained
of
about
itself, and
last
I like
time.
that a lot.
Mhm.
So it's funny
Yeah.
that they are aware of that themselves.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I just think the time budgeting was good because obviously it could be kind of questionable that it seemed a little easy, but I'm glad they didn't make it take too long. Otherwise, we wouldn't have had the time to set up for the finale this way. So I'm pretty happy that was a
Yeah.
2-part finale.
They're doing a lot with 10-minute episodes. That's something I like just about the show as a whole. And they were
Yeah.
able to squeeze all of that into a season of 10-minute episodes.
Absolutely.
And still leave you wanting more.
That's a big
Yeah.
fat mood.
The
I'm
this
like,
season
please
has
more.
like made some big strides and improvement from the previous 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, boy.
So I'm
I
pretty
say
happy.
let's talk about the finale and then we'll...
The finale.
The other
Okay.
episode that I've watched way more times than I can count. Let's go.
Which one have you watched more?
Oh shoot! I think the finale actually I've seen more.
Bro!
I've watched the finale a couple times as well.
Yeah, I watched it
Watched
today.
one.
Oh my goodness. I thought
when
about
did you
it.
watch the finale?
Dear goodness.
It was great.
When did you watch it?
About 2 hours ago.
Sorry,
uh,
that's what I did last time.
But then it was actually like 2 weeks ago, and we were a week ago.
I watched it while I was waiting for Zach to not be late. But, you know.
He was on time.
Hey, I was on time.
All right.
Okay.
Go for it.
Episode recap. Episode 10. The Samadhi Fire. We jump back a little bit, get some tasty lore, some added lore from the stuff we got in was it episode 6, the episode with Red Sun? It was 5 or 6. So we look back at the scene of the Samadhi fire being, split into 3, and we found out that Wukong wasn't really, focusing, wasn't paying attention, and he accidentally let like a little bit of the fire just escape him, and instead, it went inside Aolier, which is the Dragon of the West. So May's, great times 1,000 grandfather. So fast forward to the future. The rings, they're lighting up, the going around in a circle, and May is, in more pain, and Wukong and Neja manage to catch up. They get there, unfortunately, not quick enough because the fire then engulfs May as she is the 4th ring. Dun, dun, dun. So during this,
I think
this
an
kind of
X-ray would have caught that, Any kind of medical checkup or whatever. What's this? Like, you get like is that a tomb?
You got a ring lodged inside you? No.
So, what was I? So while this happens, when she gets, engulfed in these flames, they all kind of get shocked by the fire, and this power that was consuming like macaque and stuff, it leaves. So it shows that the theory is kind of right. The Samadhi fire is probably their best bet against Lady Bone Demon. So it's a lot of arguing, a lot of yelling, and Wukong is explaining to the crew what's going on, what his plan was, about how he was gonna, somehow take the fire from May and put him in himself, and then fight Lady Bone Demon, and everyone was telling him how stupid that was. And we see May just kind of yelling at him, getting progressively more angry, and just about to destroy the world, basically. Just as this happens, Macaque runs away, doesn't want anything to do with this, and MK runs into the flames and just kind of, tries to get his friend to calm down and comfort, and, and through the power of friendship and hugs and all that, May's fire is extinguished and she's all fine. And then she leaves. She just leaves because she doesn't want anyone to deal with this. She's got these powers now and she doesn't know how to deal with them. She doesn't want to hurt anybody, so she goes. Wukong, who also feels guilty, decides to go and fight Lady Bone Demon on his own because he doesn't want to get MK in any more trouble, or anyone else for that matter. MK and Neja and the gang, they all discuss what to do next. So Neja and MK are gonna follow Wukong, hopefully stop him from fighting Lady Bone Demon on his own, and then the rest of the crew are gonna go find May. We also see a little snippet at the end of May. She crashes to the ground. She's just kind of struggling to control this power, and then out of the bushes, it's Red Sun. He's back. And he's here to give May some fire training, and that is where the finale ends. And that is the end of the season.
It's a god tier finale.
It's so good.
It's amazing.
What did we think? What did we think?
I loved it.
It's alright.
So much.
Rocky training
8,000
montage
times now
incoming.
because it's literally so good.
I just want to say that May's when she's yelling at Wukong, it was amazing voice acting. Just incredible.
Amazing.
Oh my goodness.
Awesome.
Ha
Ha ha
ha
ha.
ha ha.
The visuals and the music during that scene were really good too.
Yeah.
I
Nice.
loved it every
Music
single time.
once again pops off as it
Oh
always
my
does.
gosh.
Soundtrack win.
Oh,
I
that's something I
wish.
forgot to mention about the last episode was the music too, but it's the same in this one. It's really good.
We need a Monkie Kid music channel. We need
I found the May
Monkey
lore
music.
to be pretty satisfactory. I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the dimensions it opens up for her and her role in the story, and I'm looking forward to seeing how that's handled.
Yeah.
Me too.
Very good performances,
Mhm.
very good presentation, and some heartfelt friendship moments that didn't feel cheesy or ham-fisted. It's very good. All that's great. The thing I don't know if I like as much. Sun Wukong is stupid.
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
I like this stupid monkey, okay?
Like
Well-
it's like not a single brain cell. Stupid.
Yeah,
Okay, but like they
But it's in character.
it is.
Yeah.
I was about to say that is very in character for him.
he even
though, like
admitted in like one of the episodes he'd be a bad mentor. He is.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is.
You know.
I
Just
like
straight
that
up just
about
like
him
I'm
though
just
as a
gonna figure
character.
it out when the
Yeah.
time comes, and then I don't want you to have to deal with any more stuff, so I'm gonna go kill myself.
Yeah.
So you'll be left alone to deal with Lady Bone Demon.
To be fair,
Like-
that's pretty accurate to him in general.
Isn't he immortal?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but you know what I mean. He's
He's
like,
immortal.
let Lady Bone
It's-
Demon destroy him.
Immortality's a bit, from what I have read, immortality's a bit different. Like you can
Yeah.
still die from it, but it's like very. I don't really know what it is exactly that could. It's like specific circumstances. I think like only certain things. Like you're
The way
immortal from
I
some
the way
things
I
and
viewed
not.
it was you wouldn't die of natural causes, but you could still be killed. But that might not be true.
No, I mean,
I feel like
you
he
wouldn't die
probably
of old
can be
age.
like killed with like magic or like special power stuff,
Yeah,
but
Yeah.
not with anything like
can-
regular.
you can be killed, but you can't die of old age.
Cool.
I have a question about the
Oh,
May
okay.
lore.
Yes.
Would the ritual thing have worked with her parents too? Like, do they have the fourth ring in them as well?
Maybe
that's a
it's
good question. I
Maybe
was
they
thinking the
just
same
like
thing.
yeah,
is
maybe it
just
just like passed it down per person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Maybe.
That's strange. I
Mm.
wonder. Now I'm thinking about that. I don't know.
I really like that she did get a lore though, because we were talking not too long ago about how we feel like May's arc just kind of wrapped up after 3 episodes and we never got anything because we
Yeah.
didn't know what she'd get, and then this season's come along and they found a way to kind of include her in the story in a very like interesting way, and it's linked to like Red Sun, and their dynamic has always been established since like season 1, and it's
Yeah.
it's very exciting. I just hope that they do something good with it, you know.
I agree.
Me
Yeah. After
too.
the original May episode, I was like, okay, what are they gonna do now?
Yeah.
And it took a while, but now they're at the point where they can do a lot with her again.
Oh,
which
she
is
has
great.
like a power she can't control. It's super cool.
Yeah.
There's a new
'Cause now she
buddy.
has, like, yeah, a new buddy. Hashtag I ship it. But for real though. But actually though,
That's
Can't wait for the
definitely.
love triangle season.
no. Shut up.
Oh, no.
Please
no.
oh boy.
My fragile heart can't handle more Lego love triangles.
Oh
That's so
no!
bad.
Must not mention other show by name.
Must not say it.
It's banned. I'm just kidding.
It was
Oh,
was very
go
good.
ahead. Yeah. It's
Very
also cool how they set it up with May's plushie.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
that made me cry.
I was so
happy about
confused
that.
the first time that they showed it, like that it was just on the ground in the one episode. But I'm glad that it came. Oh, like obviously, if you do something like that, it's got to come back at some
Yeah.
point. So I'm glad,
Mhm.
that's when it was used.
Yep,
was
There's
remind
only,
her
like,
who she
A
is.
hint.
Very sweet.
Yeah.
Very, very sweet. I just really liked it. I liked having a finale that actually felt climactic, that actually felt built up to and progressed to like accordingly.
Yeah.
There is a school of thought that's like, well, a lot of the episode, because like you go in, you expect like a big confrontation, you expect like Macaque is there, he's the main villain, and like you have that kind of intensity that builds up through the preceding episode with Macaque, and like I'm kind of expecting a final confrontation, and then it just doesn't happen, and then the episode transitions into like lore and talking and like conversation, and then Macaque dips, and like I think it worked out exceptionally well. It's not like a criticism necessarily, but it is some like non-traditional pacing,
Yeah.
kind of.
Everything
especially
about this
for a
show is
finale.
non-traditional.
It's more the emotional conflict is more like in the center than the actual conflict. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's
really
what
like
happens
that
when you have
about it.
villains so overpowered, like you can't really defeat them. Like they can't really have a fight.
I mean, I think what makes it great is because, like, you sort of, I don't know, people, I guess, are supposed to be given this expectation that the story is going to end with them using the fire to successfully beat the Lady Bone Demon. Like, that's where you think it should go, at least with the season, at least the way that they've done it in the past. But no, they didn't. They actually went the route of it fails, which, I mean, I did say it on podcast. I didn't expect it to work out.
You did.
But I didn't expect it to work out that specific way with, like, I thought maybe they would try to fight her, but they didn't even get to that point of trying to fight her. They just, like, fizzled out early. I like that Macaque got, like, his mech blown up, and he, like, ran off, yada yada, and then it ends with the whole team being fractured now, which didn't quite happen the last 2 times, but now, like, the stakes are a lot more upped for this conflict with her. Like, it's still going. They still need to figure out what to do, but now things have gotten even worse.
Yeah.
It's nice. I do have a thought. This is like, it's kind of a criticism. It's kind of not. It's kind of more like a theory.
Yes.
What the heck are, like, Pigsy and Tang gonna do? And Sandy, for that matter.
Eat noodles.
Like, what are they going to do? What did they say they were gonna do?
Look for May.
Yeah.
Look for May. All
That's
right.
what they're doing.
So they're
Yeah.
gonna go find May, and they're gonna, like, bring her back.
Yeah.
And then what are they gonna do?
I'm guessing the plan would be like they bring everyone together and just like
Vibe.
regroup and then, like, you know, get May, like, fire training, but, like, that's on they don't know she's getting fire training, so they don't know that.
The more the show goes on, I find, like, those 3 characters, as much as I love them, to be, like, increasingly, like, what's the word? Floating around.
I guess it's
I feel like they
because
bring a lot of emotional
useless.
value to the team.
I guess that, like, the thought process is, like, because at the end of the day, the show is for, like, you know, a kid, so they probably figured that they don't really care about those characters as much
I
as,
care
like,
about them. They're my favorite.
yes,
the parents can
favorite
relate.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
myself.
they always shine in, like, the side episodes, and
Absolutely.
I feel like they're gonna keep doing that, even though they're not super
I
relevant
guess
for,
it's
like, the
just,
main
like,
plot.
It's just a weird thing, because I feel like, so this is a weird comparison. To compare Monkey Kid to Dragon Ball Z, which I guess there's some parallels to draw because of, like, the voice actors and stuff. When you have a show like that, okay, the threats, the main villain, they're so, like, incredibly powerful, but they usually have minions. They usually have, like, you know, mooks, and, like, the secondary characters typically, like, fight those, and they help, like, on a ground level while, like, Goku's dealing with, like, the main villain. But what I'm increasingly noticing about Monkey Kid as a show, they don't really have many, like, henchmen. Like, the Lady Bone Demon has the mayor, and, like, Macaque had these, like, red monkeys that were in the sets, but they never showed up in the story.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Macaque don't need no red monkeys.
I think they're supposed to be, like, his
clones.
duplications,
Maybe.
clones. Yeah.
It's the kind of thing, like, they don't really, they're not really needed. The story doesn't really need them, but, like, if there were more villainous characters, I feel like that would be something for, like, the other characters to do. But as it stands, because you just have these, like, god tier villains that are so incredibly powerful, they basically just stand around and, like, vibe. Not really a complaint, just a comment I noticed. I really liked the finale. It was a very satisfying conclusion.
Just give Pigsy a ping pong bat, and he's gonna beat the Lady Bone Demon.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I did like that they showed their, like, ancestral forms or whatever. Like,
Yeah, that was nice.
in the flashback, like, that they're the servants of the dragon.
Yeah. I like how they when the characters were, like, walking around and exploring, they were making comments about how it seemed familiar, and then
It was
MK
the first
like,
time
"Oh,
they've,
my
like,
ring is-"
overtly acknowledged that, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It's great, but it also bugs me because I'm like, well, like,
well, just
is it like
last
a
episode, I had been
reincarnation
like,
ring or
they're
what?
probably never going to like address it, and then they address it.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, maybe they are.
Very much implies, like, a rebirth kind of thing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it also seemed like that. Like, I think didn't MK say that it didn't seem familiar to him?
Yeah, he
which,
did.
I mean, makes sense because he's the successor and not a rebirth thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My successor.
Yeah.
Overall, part of me I think still likes the season 2 finale more, just because I'm a Lady Bone Demon fan, and of course she was cool.
Sam.
Yeah,
Same.
yeah. But like this one was cool too.
Bald
You know,
lady simp.
it was well done. It was chill. You know, I liked it.
It was chill. Yeah, so chill.
Very chill.
Super chill.
Very chill. Very
Totally not the
peaceful.
opposite of chill.
I think it was the most satisfying from like a narrative standpoint about like how it built to this point.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was
Yeah.
beautifully animated as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, of course.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I am
They've
hopeful
really,
that
like-
we do get more arcs for the side characters going forward, though, to touch upon that topic more, especially Sandy is exceptionally interesting to me.
That's
I
true.
want to
Yeah.
know
haven't
all of
split
his
into too
stuff.
much.
I
All
think
of
of
it.
Yeah.
all of them, Sandy's the only one that hasn't had a lot of like
Yeah.
time to shine. The other two,
Mostly
I
just
can
played
live
for
with
laughs.
the plot they have gotten
Yeah.
because
Any
every moment
build
they're on
sequences.
screen, they're
He had like that
acting
one
like that, but-
episode where he was dealing with the spider minion, and
That's like still one of my favorite episodes, low key.
Yeah.
that episode was
It's cool.
incredible. I want more of that.
Nice.
I
Joe
agree.
is in
At
the
this
van. He's
point-
like, "No, Daddy's coming."
I feel like at this point, Mo had more focused in Sandy.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
Mo.
Yeah.
I know you
yeah,
love
the
Mo.
same, but-
Mo's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can
All
all just
right.
hang out.
Can we talk about how the sets spoiled the fourth ring plot twist?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
really did. I mean, it didn't spoil it in the sense that like I didn't pick up on it, but I
I
also
didn't pick
really
up
look
on
too
it either.
closely.
I mean, I
But,
was like pretty sure that's how it's gonna turn out.
Yeah,
I mean, they also teased it with like the vision Red Sun had,
Yeah.
yeah.
so it's not like completely unpredictable anyway.
I mean, like, I guess like it's good that they were bringing it up throughout the episode. I'd rather they do that than like randomly drop it at the end. You know?
Oh yeah,
Like,
here's this happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fun.
Fun
yeah,
times.
I was very excited for this season when the sets came out because of
Yeah.
seeing May, and I was like, she's gonna get something.
Lore
May has
is
get
relevant.
attention. It was good. I really love this season as a whole, but especially this finale. It's just I like that it was rather than it being in one episode, it took up like 2 episodes, and just like just all the emotion in it, and like just everything.
It does help
Yeah.
to make it not feel as rushed to have it spread over the course of 22 minutes.
I think what
Yes.
helps a lot
Yes.
is because the last 2
Yes.
seasons there's been a lot more kind of just one-off stuff, but this season has basically been throughout. You kind of need to watch all of them
Mhm.
True.
to get the full story. You can't just
You
Watch
are
it
not
that
so
way.
right.
yeah.
I think the
Unfortunately,
payoff from the prior seasons was really good.
Yeah.
I agree.
unfortunately, I feel like it could be a potential death sentence for the show because I mean, like, once you start going away from like random events, like serialized, like episodic stories to a consistent consistent one
Plot
or like
drive.
plot driven series, it kind of like people start to stop watching and they come back and like, what the heck is going on? I don't want to follow this
What did I
anymore.
miss?
What did I miss?
So here, I'm waiting for the solution where season 4 is gonna air, and May's gonna solve her fire training in one episode, and they're gonna find her right after that, and then there's gonna be 8 episodes of goofing around and doing random stuff, and then in the final episode they'll finally beat the Lady Bone Demon. I'm sure
Right.
it'll solve all their problems of like worrying about becoming too plot driven.
I might die.
I don't think
Oh,
it's not a like season coming next. It's a
No,
special.
I know, I'm memeing.
Joking.
I didn't realize. I thought you'd like.
They haven't
genuinely-
confirmed a season 4 yet, I don't think.
Not that I know of. No.
I'm nervous.
They
No,
just
I
come out
mean,
and
The
that
sets
happened
are
last time.
continuing. We know that,
Yeah.
right?
We know the set's
Just wanna see
continuing,
one
and like
more.
the show is continuing because we know there's going to be a new showrunner, right?
That's
We
true.
just
Yeah.
don't know
Yeah.
if it's with the same studio or when it's coming. That's all we
Yeah.
don't know.
I'd
But
be
like,
really
yeah.
sad
Well,
if it
we-
differed
we-
because
Monkey
of the
Kid reboot
studios,
time? No.
I
We-
agree.
we
I wanted to say the
usually-
same.
We usually get a wave of
Day in
sets
the
on
life of the
10
Monkey Kid.
episodes,
but,
Usually, or
What, Leah?
we usually get a wave of sets on episodes to go somewhat. near.
Yes. So
Okay.
the 3 sets that are coming in August appear to all be based off. Well, 2 of them are based off this season. One of them is just like a Journey to the West set, which I think is
Yeah.
cool.
We see it. Yeah, the celestial realm. We've seen it
Yeah.
before as well. So
Yeah.
it's not like nothing new.
So what I find interesting about that is that's the August wave. The special's premiering in like 2 days in June. So I can only guess if you put like 2 and 2 together that nothing from the special will have a set. Because if it does have a set, it won't come out till January. So that's a
That
bit
would be-
odd.
There's probably
That's
some
very
sets
odd.
from like. There's probably some sets that are like from the last wave that are, because the what was it? Measure's like vehicle, right? That had Lady
Yes.
Bone Demon in
The
it, so it's
wheel.
probably linked to that.
We need the big wheel.
Big wheel.
That is
Yeah.
true. We also haven't seen Macaque's vehicle from that set, so
Oh,
we
yeah.
could've just
We did. Isn't it the
That's
speeder?
in the first episode. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it 2 hours ago. I remember.
Really is another Monkey Kid expert of short-term memory.
Yeah.
All right, do we want to talk about our thoughts on the season as a whole?
Yes. The
the
season as a
same
whole.
Thing of like multiple times over the other 2 seasons because it's
Yeah,
fun
I
to
think
look
we should probably start with GL, right?
at.
She hasn't commented on anything about this season before.
Mhm.
sounds great.
I
So-
definitely like it compared to the other 2 seasons, and I remember Star asking me if it was my favorite over season 2 because I really liked season 2, and I would know I wasn't here on the podcast talking about season 2, but I really liked season 2. I still don't know. I really like this season a lot because it's very plot driven, and there's a lot of really great character moments, but there were also a lot of great character moments in season 2, so it's hard to compare the 2, but I did really like this season. I
would
liked
expect
that
nothing
it
less.
had a lot of quick adventures getting the rings. I think it would have been cool to see them spend more time getting the rings because it would have felt like the timeline was drawn out a bit more, but I honestly am okay with them having short episodes getting the rings because then you save more focus for other stuff like heart-to-heart character moments or funny episodes where Monkey Man loses his freaking memory. Like those
pretty
kinds
funny.
of things I really value. And then they love to do the Monkey Kid tradition of, hey, let's drop this tiny little, very deep, intricate part of detail that we're not going to touch on till later, until the very end. And then they ended with such a spectacular finale. So I
There you
really
go.
liked it. I don't think there's any
I'm glad.
episodes that I didn't like.
They were all very enjoyable.
I
the
think
only
some
one
of them were not what I expected too. Like I saw the episode title and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be, some like thing that's gonna feel like filler." And then I watched it. I'm like, "Wait, this is actually so cute!" Or "This is really good!" Or "Hold on a sec, that was amazing."
I think the only episode
Yeah.
in the season I didn't really like was the Big Brain Monkey Kid episode.
Yeah, that's probably my least favorite. It
And
was
even
funny,
then, it was
but
funny.
Power of
That
friendship.
was
that's the
Plus,
triangle,
C
boy.
squared.
that was my least favorite as well. Even like
Yeah.
watching it when it first aired in China, I really did not like that episode. At least like at the time I didn't like it because it was boring and because I was watching it in Chinese, I didn't have a lot of the context and all of the like good stuff from that episode comes from the jokes. So when you don't know what's happening, you're kind of just
Yeah.
like, what is going on? This is taking forever.
Epic.
But
Yeah.
yes, episode 3 is definitely the worst of the season, but it's still a good episode. It's just more in like humor based rather than story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One of the episodes I want to like totally compare to the finale would be the episode where Macaque and MK have a fight. I feel like that one was very intense.
That one was exceptional. I liked the one with Macaque versus Tang.
Oh, that was
my
so good.
favorite of the season. Binged.
The Pixie singing was amazing.
Yes, the dramatic juxtaposition
Pretty much
of like
everything after the Macaque episode, I was like, all right, this is like
the dramatic
God-tier-based levels
juxtaposition of like
amazing.
Macaque's nihilism and Tang's like a hope in the face of like disrespect, like juxtaposed directly against Pigsy belting out an epic note will forever be like
that was
iconic.
so good.
That might be
was
that might be
so
peak
good.
cinema. Get Martin Scorsese on the line.
No,
Oh my
no,
God.
they didn't morb it all.
they needed more.
I really like
It's more than time.
Okay, no more, no more.
Thank you, AJ.
Happened there.
AJ says it's Morbid time. 2K22.
MorbieCast, let's go.
No, stop.
No.
No.
All right,
This is
I'm
MonkieCast.
muting Zach.
Hell yeah.
Zach, what did you think of the season?
I enjoyed it a lot. I'm still trying to figure out where exactly it stands compared to the other seasons as well.
He's had to deal with the endless
Season
show,
2,
so he has more
rather.
screen thoughts.
I mean, I've had a lot of opportunity to discuss it with Gio because of watching it and her bringing it up very, very frequently.
Based.
I think that the choreography continues to be something that just really, really impresses me, but I'm also starting to notice things about the animations where like they're reducing the workload in some areas so that they can really focus on making sure that the fight scenes stay such high quality.
I think I've noticed that as well.
But
Yeah,
they're
they're
doing it
making
in a
smart
way that is
decisions,
so clever and usually for comedic effect. Like the 2D swivel effect that they did on MK when he is like jumping back and forth. I'm pretty sure it was in the Brainy Kid episode.
It was in the Chunga episode as well.
Yeah, just like that the 2D swivel effect, it's like, okay, like the barely stagnant motion there, but it's done for comedic effect and it works really, really well. So for that, I think I really gotta give the animators some props. The jokes just keep landing too. The fact that they're able to keep this show so consistently funny going forward, it's so great. Hats off to them. I love this show.
I agree
So
wholeheartedly.
like I said, I'm not sure quite where it stands compared to season 2 yet, but I will probably have I'll have more concrete thoughts when the special comes out, I think, and once I get to view the whole season.
That's a reasonable POV.
As a complete set, I'll give a comparison then.
I just solidified my thoughts. This season had more Wukong in it, so I like it better than season 2.
Yeah, I was instantly impressed with this one. I think it's definitely my favorite of the 3 so far.
Yeah.
Very cool, very cool.
What do you think, Leo?
Yeah, you haven't even talked about any of Monkey.
Yeah, Leo.
Your thoughts, Leah? Yeah, Leah.
Yeah,
Leo.
Yeah, Leo, speak or I mute Zach.
Leo is someone
perfect. All right, we'll
Monkey King.
Oh god, okay. Please don't.
So I have. When I was watching the episode, I realized I didn't watch the specials, so I was
What?
Yeah, at some point, I just never watched them. So
that's really dumb, Leo.
This happens to me a lot because you know, I go based on episode number. I just didn't know specials were. I'll watch them later though, and it's gonna make sense eventually.
That's fine. You can be on the special cast and talk about the special.
So epic.
Special.
I want I because of things I want more Pigsy episodes because he's funny. I like Pig.
He relates to Pig.
And I like Tang. And I don't care about anything else. Those are my
god.
I care about.
Oh my god.
No, but honestly, as always.
Honestly, great. It was great. I enjoyed the season overall. I'll go back and watch the specials someday.
Please do someday soon
Someday
before next podcast.
No, it's funnier not to watch them.
It's funnier not to watch them. Now I think it's funnier if you entertainment value.
How is it funnier to not watch them?
Because I have no context. That's always the fun part. It's
I mean, I don't think
this.
the show's that like context heavy on the specials. It just they're kind of more like concerted efforts or like a mini movie.
Well, I didn't know any because I watched season 2 when I was over at Zach's place.
Yeah, so you just missed like the Spider Queen contact.
Yeah, well, I went to look up what was up, and I'm like,
there wasn't too much that happened.
Okay.
Specials tend to be the product showcase, but the Spider Queen special is probably like my second favorite thing after this season.
So I'll watch that eventually. But overall, great season. I still want more Pigsy and Tang.
Simp.
No, Pigman funny.
No. Pigman funny.
Pigman funny.
Like Pigman.
All right. Who next?
I could go next. I think this is my favorite season. I think I liked it more than season 2. We had May Focus, which was great. We had some cool stuff for Tang, which is good. Some little Sandy moments, not too much for him, sadly, and some good Pigsy stuff though. My favorite episodes probably are the Dragon of the East one, the Bull Family one, and the finale. So we had those are standout episodes for the whole show for me. So having 4 of them in one season is awesome. So yeah, fantastic season.
Excellent. I want to go last.
Oh no, he's got a lot to say.
Doesn't have enough Lady Bone Demon in it.
It's
0 out of 10.
You're not far from the truth, but not a 0 out of 10.
Oh my god.
Just play it. Go. AJ, you haven't been able to talk much at all this MonkieCast series because you watch the episodes and sub.
Yeah.
What do you think of the season?
I love the season with just everything. I love it. It's a bit this show. The last 2 seasons have also been great, and I've enjoyed them. And then this season aired, and it was I was never so desperate for a dub to come out in my entire life. I was like, okay, it's fine. This aired, and usually the dub comes out a few weeks later. It'll be fine. I can last a few weeks. No, it was months of waiting before I could talk about any of this. About a season that focuses on on really cool things and gives May attention, and I was dying because I didn't want to spoil it for anyone because it was so great and I wanted everyone to experience it, but I wanted to talk about it. That's all I wanted to do, and I couldn't.
LOL.
Well, you can talk about it now. That's
yes.
It was definitely very nice. May and I think May is probably my favorite character in this show.
Yeah.
I really, really want more focus on Sandy because he's someone that is also up there for my favorite characters.
I want more focus on Sandy because he's voiced by a One Piece character.
Oh my god!
Oh boy!
AJ, I'm glad you put up with my endless screenshots of Wukong.
I love the endless screenshots.
Snipping.
Send more to me. Send all of them.
I have more.
All of them.
Every frame of Wukong in order.
Yes. Or macaque.
I have macaque screenshots too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
GL, you need to set up one of those Twitter pages where it's every frame of blank in order, and it just needs to be Wukong and macaque.
I should post it more on my other Twitter, but I don't post that kind of stuff. I do see a lot of that on my timeline though. People be like, "Daily Wukong." I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
Daily Wukong. I had no idea that was a thing.
Yeah, the one I see the most is Daily Red Sun.
That one too. I see every time you like one of them.
Monkey Kid fans are dedicated.
Monkey Kid fans are
Is there a daily Lady Bone Demon?
Oh my god!
Where's my daily Lady Iron fan?
The thirst is spreading. Get me out of here.
No, for real though. Is there on Twitter? I'll follow it. I'll do it. I'm crazy.
I don't draw fan art, but my first fan art was of Sun Wukong. It's like, all right, this show did something to me, and we're gonna figure out what it is.
Boy, did you have anything else to say, Jay? Or was that it?
Say, Jay.
No, just I love May, and then I hope things go well in the special, and if not, I'm gonna be real sad.
Fair enough.
Sad.
That's it.
Sad.
No. Envy.
What? I already said.
No, yeah, Envy said.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have an essay to give on it. I think I've said enough throughout the course of this episode.
Cool. So I absolutely loved this season. I feel like the plot was the most coherent that it's ever been, with the least amount of filler, and I like some plot in my plot, so that's generally a good thing. But me being me, I try not to just I try to think, super critically, sometimes too much, and I do have some problems.
No,
which
not
I
allowed.
want to say.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Not
allowed.
I'm sorry.
You're
I'm
not
the only
sorry.
one.
No
I am
way.
sorry. I don't wanna.
Kick you out,
I don't want to be a buzzkill. I just have a few things to say. Just know I still love it. It's a solid 8.5 to 9 out of 10. I absolutely adore it. But I do have some issues. Number one, I feel personally like the character writing for our main characters isn't really there.
Yeah.
And when I say our main characters, I mean Monkie Kid and
Yeah.
and
see that.
Wukong as well, but mainly Monkie Kid. I feel like as funny as they are, and as good as their dynamic is, I do feel like it has become repetitive. And I kept waiting all season for something to happen that wasn't the same thing of, I don't know if I can do it, Monkey King. Sure we can, bud. Just believe in yourself. And it never really happened. Right up until the end.
I think you bring up a good point with that.
Yeah.
Since it's going into more of a plot-driven type thing, that really shouldn't stay. You know, I get it like once a season, but it was like every episode.
It's difficult when
I mean,
look
if I'm
at
honest,
it.
if I'm honest, I think it's gonna stick around until MK gets his full power set back, if he ever gets his full power
Probably.
set back.
The only way there's going to be character growth, it's just like what I say in the other show about how, you know, Sensei Wu needs to like die so the characters can change. Dead. The only way
Sensei
for
Wu, more like Sensei Who.
The only way
Got
for
him.
MK to have like a big character arc is for his dynamic to shift, and like it was supposed to be, oh, I'm the successor now, and then over time it's almost like the opposite has happened, and Wukong has become like more around than he was before. So the only way for it to really happen and for him to get an arc is for Wukong to like leave. Sorry,
yeah.
GL.
Well, even another thing they could do is, which I thought they were gonna do, was him getting disillusioned with him. You know, he has a really bad mentor, but they don't really go along with that much.
They don't.
We criticized that in the last episode. The finale kind of didn't repeat that mistake, where it focused more on Wukong being a pretty awful teacher.
It's like, oh, I just it up to here.
You could still like pull it off by Wukong going in there alone. Monkey Kid maybe like saves him with measure, but he's very upset about like him always going in alone, him being a terrible teacher.
I feel like if they lean into that, they could salvage something from this. It's just like, I feel like all the time I talk about like character arcs, and if I'm like, if I'm being intellectually consistent, I should bring it up here too, because it is really all of them. Like Pigsy doesn't really have anything. Sandy doesn't really have anything. May did not really have anything until now, 3 seasons in. MK has been on like repeat mode. Same with Wukong. The only one who has had an arc, I would say, ironically, is Tang.
The boy.
the boy. And it was constrained in like 1 episode.
Yeah, well,
so
it was like
a bit odd.
2-ish.
Yeah, just 2.
I like,
even then with the Tang's arc, like the more I've thought about it, the more I've kind of been like, it feels kind of out of nowhere, like because he's talking about how like the team don't like appreciate him, but like there was a whole episode where he teamed up with MK, and it's like, if anything, it'd be more Sandy, right? Like you know, but
my other big complaint, I'm not going to spend too much time on because I've already said it, but getting the rings, I do wish it had been more involved, and especially now that it's over, I'm like, okay, yeah, I definitely feel like it should have been more involved because it made up the bulk of the season. I'm like, yes, there was narrative flow. However, that narrative flow pretty much amounted to walk into place, get thing, leave, walk into another place, get thing, leave.
Getting each ring was just 1 episode. It wasn't
it's
like
like
it was 2
there is an order of events which automatically puts it above other seasons, but then I feel like that's brought down a bit by the events not being as in depth as they could be. Like I think a good way to describe it is like, okay, the episode in season 2 where like MK plays the video game, and he's playing the video game and he's like super stressed about the Lady Bone Demon, and he's like panicking about like her being out there and not knowing what to do, so he's trying to like get more powers or whatever. And like he literally plays the video game, and it's funny because haha, video game. And then at the end, he gets a new power which he later uses. So it's like a narrative payoff. You know, it's like it's low key plot, but masquerading on like a trivial situation, like playing a video game. I'm gonna remember that episode more than, unfortunately, something like the Chung episode, because even though it was like plot, I don't feel like ultimately there was like a through line in it to kind of tie it together to everything else. It was very much just like, go to a place, get the thing, leave. She'll probably never show up again. There's probably not going to be any like payoff from that.
She might show up as a background character.
Maybe fair, like
as 1 joke.
I hope so.
I agree with what you're saying, Meso, but I also wouldn't want them to stretch out the fetch quest or focus more on the fetch quest than like on the side fun.
I agree with
That's
that as
what
well.
kind of makes the show great. So
I agree, but I think some of the side fun could have been lost, like the big brain episode, whose name I keep forgetting. Like, I would have rather seen another episode on the moon instead of that
maybe.
episode.
Yeah.
like just have that same plot be on the moon. There could be like a trickster like fish on the moon. Like, why not?
Oh my gosh.
Well, if you're gonna go to space, it doesn't need to be a quick like in and out 10-minute
Just
adventure.
replace the fish with a rabbit.
Oh my gosh.
I guess it's to do with like the original tales and stuff. Like,
yes,
like they can't like realistically do whatever they want. They have to.
That's a good point.
Yeah, they have to be considerate of the culture that they're taking from. They can't just.
That's true.
Do whatever.
I do have to keep that in mind. Yes.
Yeah.
The only other thing I'll say is wasn't enough Lady Bone Demon, but every scene she was in, she stole the show, and it was great. That voice actress
The one
is a
episode
powerhouse.
was really good.
She's so good. I didn't even know she was like May's voice actress. She's knocked it out of the freaking park. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
She's
I think
so
for the
good.
fact that she was only in one episode, she still had presence.
She's spooky as heck.
She's
Love
great.
it.
Literally like the peak spooky person, and I'm hoping that the specials have her have some kind of screen time, because like just based on the way this story arc is building to, I think it's reasonable to assume that the specials will probably end with her being defeated.
Yeah.
I don't know if she'll be the villain in like season 4 necessarily, because she's already been in the background the whole freaking show.
I'd hope they'd like change it by.
I would hope that she will get some like narrative payoff and screen time, because I was kind of expecting this to be her season, and it wasn't really. And I'm fine because I like Macaque, but like I do hope she gets something, and not just because she's cool. What?
My money would be on they actually don't resolve the whole Lady Bone Demon thing in this. Either like they're equally matched and they both have to like retreat and reconvene later, or they just aren't strong enough to beat her and they have to try again, or maybe they do beat her but she is only like weakened and so she comes back later like with a vengeance. Like that's what that's what my money is on personally. I don't think that she's going to be done in the special.
I'm fine with that because I like the character, but objectively speaking, there is a point where like it begins to be like repetitive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't want
was
to get
just
to
about
that
to
point.
say.
Season 2, right?
I was just about to say, I'm sorry, Meso, but it's time for her to go.
Basically,
yeah.
I do think the resolution should happen at some point.
Well, I figured it would resolve itself just because the showrunner's is leaving, right? So
yeah,
he'd probably want to wrap it up. And
They can wrap it up with
fair.
this and then begin another thing. That would make more sense than them trying to drag on something that's already amazing into something we have no unknowns about whether or not it's going to be good.
Yeah, well, I mean, like that's usually how the show goes anyway. It'll like use the special as a way. It like in the past, it's used it to like set up the season, but this will probably be used to like end it, like wrap it up things.
Yeah,
because there's no sense in like having a special to then like not conclude things, like
they could leave some things open, but not major plot points.
Yeah, like I feel like specials are usually reserved for like kind of conclusion points, really, rather than like stuff you'd use to like carry on and what I mean.
I don't know about that specifically because I feel like the Spider Queen special was more about setup than.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like like the last two were used up for setting up the seasons, but like it wouldn't. Yeah. Why would they use this special to not conclude this like entire?
That's a good point because the order's been flipped. Usually it's special and then season. Yeah, this time it's season and then special.
They probably in the previous two they were like it makes more sense to use these as setup, but then when they were writing this season specifically, they figured it would be better to put the special at the end. And I agree, it's definitely like the better course of action.
How long is the special gonna be?
40 minutes.
Oh, that's nice.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm super excited for the special.
Yes. 2 days.
Happy birthday! Happy
really
birthday is Monkey.
Monkey.
I hope they put more MK and Wukong dynamic in there because, like Meso was saying, there was a little bit of a lack of depth to it in this season, which I'm biased and don't think so because I'm biased. But like,
they had a lot of screen time.
They had a
yeah,
lot.
I can see where you're coming from on it. So I really hope that they place a lot of focus on that while also not detracting from like what they just did with May.
Well, that's the complexity, right? And that
Yeah.
brings me to my final point, which I think like me and AJ are like very in agreement on. I don't want to see May get sidelined either because they've set her up to have an incredible like arc and be like the key to saving like everybody. And I'm in a weird position because I'm like, I don't feel like the protagonist has had satisfying character arcs, but I also don't want him to get one at the expense of the secondary characters. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm scared.
I mean, what
one fear.
The worst case scenario. Go ahead.
Sorry,
Eddie.
no, you go. It's all right.
The worst case scenario for me would be that like May's fire training completely happens off screen and she just comes in the end. The day.
Hey guys.
Because I want to see the May Red Sun dynamic. That's something I'm like the most excited for. Yeah.
I love that dynamic.
I mean,
It's
the
so
one
great.
benefit of it being a special is that it's like 4 episodes with no interruption. Like,
That's true.
so
That's true.
seamless transition between like each idea.
Yeah.
You're right.
I would hope May gets enough training to do the job, but not enough to like end her arc of that sense there. Like, if there's a season 4 or whatever, that she's still working on it, but she gets the job done in the special. But we'll see.
Yeah.
I'd rather they set up another season with a special that has like the characters facing new challenges based on the previous encounters they've had.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
But whatever they
want a
do, I
cooking
just
show.
hope it's good.
Oh my
I'll
god.
probably like it
Cooking
regardless. But...
The Monkey Kid
Welcome
cooking
to
show.
Cooking with Pigsy.
The food looks
That's
so
all I
good.
Anime and cartoon food always look exceptionally good.
It was amazing.
So yeah, like again,
food be hitting different.
I liked it a lot. It's just it's less problems, I'd say, with this season in particular. I think it's more just like structural problems that like this season is kind of like highlighting. Because I do feel like it's falling into like the Lego show trap TM where like there's too many characters and like they're not all getting enough like focus. But like it's kind of different when like it's the main people.
It's interesting because the show excels so far in other things, so you can't hate it.
Well, it's also not a problem I really noticed while I'm watching either, because like I'm just enjoying the plot and the interactions and the happenings and like the goings on. It's only when I like reflect on it afterwards that I'm like, oh, the pieces aren't necessarily like lining up as I would like them to.
You just think exceedingly critically about things.
I do. It's a problem sometimes.
Some of us just watch it to enjoy the plot, okay?
Thank
you. The plot. You enjoy the plot.
Android product. Don't question.
Consume.
Consume.
Oh wait, no, I'm into plot. Sorry.
Bruh, thank you, Gio. That's all I got though. It was very good. I think overall, what happened, Leah?
I dropped my water bottle.
I don't know.
Overall, I'm gonna be the point of contention. I'm gonna say I do think season 2 was better, but by a hair, by like a slim hair.
Yeah, by
Because,
one
like,
Lady Bone
Demon hair.
Yeah.
Yes, a sliver of like hair piece on the minifigure. No, it's because like season 3 also had some of my favorite episodes. It had like Dakota said, it was like the Tang episode with Macaque, the splitting of reality episode. You know, like those are like some of the best of all time. But then I look at season 2. Season 2 had like the episode where Lady Bone Demon trolled MK, and it had the Sandy lore.
Epic.
And like those are also some of my favorite episodes. And I'm like, I don't know.
I think each season shines in its own respective regard.
I agree.
There's like pros and cons to each. It's just a really good show. It's kind of hard to be like, oh, here's this bad thing about it.
This isn't even like a critique. It's more just something to ponder. It's like Macaque as a villain. Because it's basically just him. But he's a relentless force that's like pursuing them. And so that makes him incredibly intimidating, plus the level of his character, versus someone like the Spider Queen from season 2 or Lady Bone Demon in season 2, where like she's in the background, but she has her minions who she sends out, and then they have the individual episodes. And that's just kind of a difference, because like Macaque was not in every episode in this season, and the episodes where he weren't, those were the episodes where he wasn't in. I feel like those were the ones I don't necessarily remember quite as strongly. Episodes like the scorpion lady, episodes like the goldfish dude. But the episodes where he was in were like top tier because he's epic.
Cause Macaque.
Because Macaque, he's a cool dude. But I don't know. That's all I got.
I mean, I wouldn't say
the Scorpion Lady to online dating.
Yeah, like the Scorpion Lady episode was good, or the Bull Family episode was good.
Yeah,
I agree.
I feel like the thing with Macaque was that he wasn't fully behind getting the team all the time, which I feel like kind of weakened him a bit as a villain.
He just wants to live, bro.
Yeah, he just
exactly.
Because, like what you said, he was a relentless force hunting him down, but he wasn't all the time.
Until he wasn't.
Yeah.
Good point.
That's maybe like a point of criticism I have for the season. But I also wouldn't want him to be like taken over like right at the beginning, because his character is way more interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like every time he was around, he did try. It's just that he was very like himself about it. He was very like laissez-faire, very like lackadaisical, almost like trolling and like picking apart at their insecurities instead of just like going for the jugular.
Well, especially in the earlier episodes, he was like, "Oh, I'm testing which side is the
I
stronger."
mean, it's kind of like, haha, I'm gonna serve Lady Bone Demon unless.
I find it fascinating that in this entire podcast I've watched people have different opinions on which shows or which episodes they like and which characters they like. I feel like every single one of us has like different favorite episodes and different favorite characters, and it just shows that there's something in there for everybody.
So true though. You're so right. Wow, it's so epic.
Wow.
That's all I got though. I'm done. Get hyped for specials.
Yeah.
Get hyped for more Monkey
special. Woo.
Anybody have any theories or hopes?
Just well, like to build on what you were saying earlier, like in the special in particular, I don't want May to get benched. I know that MK is kind of, he's not really changed a lot in the past 3 seasons. It's very repetitive for him, and like I've kind of noticed that, and there are episodes where I kind of watch and I get a little bit annoyed with him because it just feels like a broken record at this point. Like kind of want something new from him.
Here
but
comes
like
Monkie Kid.
But like I don't want May to get sidelined for the sake of MK getting like an arc, if that makes sense. Like
the Lego female character treatment TM.
Yes. Oh my god, it kills me. I could rant about it forever, but I'm not going to. But like, I want MK to have an arc, but not at the cost of May getting screwed over. Like, let her have her moment, and then when the new season comes around, then focus on MK and doing that.
Yeah.
Because it just makes so much more sense, and then you're not like just screwing over the one like female protagonist in your entire show.
Yeah. While I think MK should get some kind of development or some kind of different storyline, I feel like we're at a point right now where there are other characters that have way more interesting stuff lined up, like May and Sun Wukong, for example. So maybe focus on that first, and then give MK some new stuff to do.
I'd really like if now you've said that, I'd really like if the because she's mad at Wukong, right?
Yeah.
I kind of like if even after the special, as after everything, she still doesn't really like him, and then season 4 it kind of goes into that a bit more. Like it just carries on.
Okay, I solved my fire problem, but I still hate you because you weren't there to help me through it.
Well, I mean, like you can still like go through it and then still be bitter about it, because
no, I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of saying in a joking tone, but it would be kind of interesting if they did that.
Yeah, I think it would just give a chance for like more arcs and stuff. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, go on.
I would like them to just have Monkey Kid fully realize Wukong is an idiot and a terrible mentor. I'm gonna keep on that point because
I'm gonna keep off that point. So
No, because it got I don't know, it was kind of annoying to a point.
It was annoying to me as well.
It's like okay, look, I get it, haha, funny, Mentor's an idiot, but
it was kind of like it was very egregious. Like I expected him to just be like kind of making it up as he went along, but like I didn't expect how much it actually was. Like I was just gonna hopefully maybe figure out some way to like take it for myself, not die, and then go fight Lady Bone Demon. And then he was like, "I'm depressed. I did a stupid thing, and I screwed everything up. I don't want you to get hurt, so I'm just gonna go fight her, lol." Because that worked out so well.
That totally will work out. Yeah,
it's gonna be epic.
Next season, they should all just collectively vote Monkey King off the team and get Red Sun instead.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. I do like Red Sun and the Demon Bull family. I would like Demon Bull King to be there. They're great.
Yeah, like I don't know.
I would rather. Yeah, I would rather have them over Wukong at this point.
I would like to do like a character dissection episode about like Wukong, where we pretty much just talk about him because.
Can I be on that? Please?
Yeah, no, you should.
Oh my gosh.
I do feel like he's interesting. I don't feel like he's a bad character, and he always like has good charisma and like
he has good
able to watch. I just what is going to be if the ultimate moral end goal of the show really is wow, don't meet your like don't meet your idols, don't meet your like the people you respect. That would be cool. But if they don't do that, and if he's like glorified as actually being like really cool though all along, then I'm like,
I don't think they will. I mean, they spent this whole season hinting from everybody that they met that he wasn't a good guy. Yeah, and then it really like turned out to be that way. Yeah.
He means well. He's just like incompetent.
Was it like, oh, I threw this into a random hole and it turned into a city eventually, the city of Lantern. It's like, oh, that's great.
He has peak chaotic energy,
which is like, I enjoy things, winging things, but not. That's kind of dumb.
Well, I feel like you can like the character so long as the ultimate moral is that he's like kind of incompetent.
Yeah, that's fun, but then you got Funny Pigman, and I'd rather have Funny Pigman.
All right,
but I don't know. I still enjoy the show, and
heck yeah.
I don't know about the writing on that.
It's monkey time.
Monkey.
Monkey time. Monkey sleep.
Monkin time.
Monkey stand back. I'm beginning to
monkey
monk.
Sleep. Monkey sleep. I'm beginning to monk.
No, please no. Oh gosh.
That's how the fight's gonna go. Like Lady Bone Demon, time to die. No, it's monkin' time.
Oh my gosh.
All right. I think we're pretty much done, AJ.
We'll finish them.
It's ending time.
It's ending time.
It's so epic.
Okay, well, I guess I will quickly reiterate the way to watch the special in 2 days. So, as I said earlier, you go to the ITV hub. You sign up for an account. It's completely free. You just need a British postcode. Probably need a VPN for those outside of the UK as well. You sign up, and you should just be able to watch it when it airs. It will air on TV, and then you'll probably have to wait an hour before it's actually up on the hub. But don't take my word for it. I've not used it before either. But yeah, that should be how you watch it.
So epic.
Yeah. So okay, I guess I'll do the plugs again.
Yay!
Time to unplug.
Sorry, I'll unplug my computer once.
All right, the plugs. So, if you want to support us, you can go over to Patreon, and if you pledge $1, you can join our lovely little Discord server where you can chat with people about Lego and general, just other things. Can be like Monkie Kid, it can be Jogger, it can be Bionicle, whatever takes your fancy. You can go to the message boards and do more discussions of Lego if you so please. And there's also Twitter where you can be updated on when videos are being posted, and
it's usually where we announce the live stream times.
Yeah. So that's the best place to kind of keep up with what's going on with the channel. But now I've done all that. Thank you for joining us for MonkieCast. We will be back again talking about the special. Thank you, GL, for joining us. It's been wonderful having you on.
Me.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I got a simp about Wukong a bit.
I'm very glad you had fun.
Jill.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. I hope you all had a good time. Have a wonderful evening. We'll see you all very soon.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Names.
Bye.
Our
Au
names.
revoir.
No,
the
wait.
Names, right?
Name.
Goodbye.
Name.
Name.
Fun?
Your name.
Names.
Name.
Oh!
Oh.
Sorry. I forgot. I'm AJ.
I'm Messa.
I'm Envy.
I'm Leo.
I'm Starbreaker.
I'm Sakota.
And I'm the Gundam lady.
It's 2 a.m. I'm sorry,
Just
guys.
here.
Okay. Goodbye
Okay.
for real.
Now bye.
We're beginning
Monkey
to
sleep.
end.
Yeah.
Monkey sleep.
Monkey sleep.
Monkey sleep.
Sleep time. Yay!
Edge.
That was a good
Edge.
day.
Ain't Gamba.
Edge.